And so are all my friends. Welcome to the Tuls Podcast. Today I have Erin Kittens on the podcast. She is the person I know. She's my best friend. Let's get into the episode.
I just want you to know that I'm having one of those days where, like, I have dementia. Like, I can't think of words to save my life, so I don't know if this is going to be the worst podcast ever.
Or the best.
Or the best. Or the best. Drink your coffee.
We met 2 years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, 2 years ago. It's almost getting close to, like, the day. Like,
really?
It might have been March.
After, because you started your, like, OnlyFans and everything in December.
January. No, well, yeah, technically January I started. And then I think you and I hooked up in, like, March.
Hooked up.
We did. We did. You messaged me, probably on Instagram. I cried. I was like, oh my God, Alanah Cole. And then I had a moment, and then we did the podcast, and I instantly fell in love with you. And I was like, I didn't want our conversation to end. I was like, I like talking to her so much. Like, this is so fun. Like, she's so cute. I just felt a connection. And then when it ended, I was like, oh my gosh, did she like me too, or was she just being nice?
No, I had an instant connection where I was like, okay, we're on the same wavelength. Like, we have the same energy. Like, we want the same things. We just, like, clicked. And it kind of, like, spiraled into everything else that we did, too, together.
Yeah.
The course, the webinars, all the...
Oh, my God.
I mean, we'll dive into everything that we've done together. But, yeah, I feel like it was, like, an instant connection.
I think it was, too. Do you remember that I actually said you could call me mommy? On that podcast, I was like, I'll be your mommy.
I remember that. I remember that, like, so clearly, actually.
That's literally the only thing I remember. We were making a joke about mommy or something like that, and I was like, I'll be your mommy. And then you were like, oh, and instantly right there, I was like, we need to be friends.
So that was 2 years ago, or?
It was 2 freaking years ago. It feels like 1 year ago.
Why did you
Does not feel like 2.
Like, now I feel like we haven't, like, talked about that in so long, but, like, why did you start doing OnlyFans in the first place?
Because I think I gave a bullshit response the first podcast, like, because I was like, this is my brand and this is who I want to be. But it was literally because I was so burnt out. I was so exhausted from working in advertising and, like, being really high up in an agency. And I loved it so much, but I was so exhausted, and I started having panic attacks every day. I started like physically declining because my job was so stressful. And I took a sabbatical from work for 3 months. I was just like, I need to like have some peace of mind. My work was like, okay, we get it. Like, this is a super stressful industry. And after 3 months, I was like, there's no way in hell I can go back. And so during that 3 months, I was like, I physically couldn't sit down at my computer to work. Like, it made me nauseous to sit at my desk. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. Like, I have to come up with something else. And, that's when I was like, maybe OnlyFans will work. Like, maybe I'll try.
Like, you had heard about it before.
Yeah. Well, like, it was 2022. Like, it was 2 years after it kind of, like, boomed. And everybody always, people joke about, like, oh, I'm a spicy accountant. And, like, it was just in, like, the back of my head. And I had tried, probably a year prior, I had tried selling my panties online because I was like, this is an easy way in. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
And I made a couple $100, but, like, it was a lot of work. And I was like, I don't have time for that right now. But I did, like, dip my toe in, and it was fun. And then I tried OnlyFans.
I feel like a lot of people, like, start it because they're burnt out. They're just like, I can't keep doing the same, like, thing every single day at work and, like, wanting to run my head against the wall. I feel like, you know what's crazy, though?
What?
I run my head up against the wall with it sometimes, but at the same time,
I know you do.
I love it, and then I go back and forth between, like, loving it and feeling like I'm stressing myself out for no apparent reason at all. I feel like you're better at managing your But sometimes you've had twice. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. And then I'm like, chill out. Let's
Yeah,
find
yeah,
like
yeah.
happiness with it again. And I feel like I do. I go through it like maybe every 3 months, and you go through it like once a year.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about me and you. You're better at like having like little bumps in the road. Like you keep it pretty like life is stressful, but I'm okay. Life is stressful, but I'm okay. And my highs are super high and my lows are super low. So it's like life is amazing. Everything's fine. Who cares if my third YouTube channel got shut down? Who cares if yada yada yada? And like I'm like life is beautiful. And then one day it'll hit me and I'll be like, I'm done. I hate everything. I'm over it. Where you're like, it's going to be okay, but life kind of sucks and everything's fine and everything's really hard, but like I'm kind of managing it. Like we just have like two different.
I'll have like a low where I'm like, it's done, it's over, like get me out of here. Like I can't talk to anyone for a whole
I
entire
know.
month.
Do you know what? I think that that's just who we are as people though, because you and I are super driven. Like naturally, we're just like, we're so motivated. It's hard for us to find friends because of it. But like we are just like go go go. Like how can we get big? How can we do the next thing? We're always like our brains are always on. And I think because we're those types of people, we get burnt out and we get burnt out like pretty quickly.
Mhm.
And I think that that is like we have to manage burnout much more than most people in this industry who are just like, yeah, like cool, I made more subscribers. Yeah, I did this. Like I don't need to reach for the next best thing or the next big thing, or I don't need to have 10 different Instagrams and 10 different YouTubes. Like they're just like, I'm making a good amount of money and it's just cool and I like this and we're done. We're me and you are like, I'm
Next.
making a good amount of money. Next. How do I make more? How do I make more? How do I get bigger? How do it's like
And
that's what's that's our problem.
that's when I plateau is when I'm like, oh, I've like worked myself into the ground. Or if something like, say we did have like a high, like we had that high, like you said, then
Yeah. Oh, so
all the
good.
channels got taken down. That like hit me for a low because I like because we've had such a high. It was like there was
That
no
was
like
like the best time in my life. Like
it
that
was
I wish I would have taken advantage of that. You know, like
I wanted to talk about that actually. I feel like when I the last few months obviously were my like lowers.
yeah.
Not this month. I feel really good, but like
No, we're all depressed. We've been depressed since the YouTube takedown of 2024, and
yes.
now we're coming back. We're
But
like
I want
emotionally okay.
but that's what I want to talk about. So I felt like this last few months made me think that 2024 was bad. It was like the best year ever. And so now that I'm like happy again, I'm like, that was the best year I think of my life.
I mean, it's close. But like here's the thing. In that moment, I could just kept thinking, "Oh, this is just the start. This is just the start. Like
Yeah.
it's going to get even bigger." And so I didn't appreciate it for what it was. I was just like, "This is cool, whatever, fine." Until it stopped, and then I was like, "Oh, wait. That was amazing. Where did it go? Come back." Like I wish I would have been like, "Oh, this is easy money. This is so amazing." I didn't. I didn't appreciate it. I was just like, "More, more, more, more."
I was thinking more, but I was at the same time like there was so much going on. I couldn't even think like I wasn't even thinking about that specifically, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
So like I wasn't thinking I was obviously I'm always thinking more money. Well, how can we make more money, right?
Yeah.
But in the moment, I think I was more thinking like for me, the reason why it was the best year of my life was because those first few months our community was so strong. Like I was having so much fun. I went on like to Vegas for the AVNs and like doing that was like such an amazing experience because there were so many people in the industry and it just felt like so good. And then like
Yeah.
we were doing the webinars, we were doing the try on channels, we were just having so much fun. And it felt like momentum. It wasn't really
Yes.
necessarily the money, although like yeah, I love the money. It was more like the momentum of it made me feel like this is the time of my fucking life, you know?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I think the community all came together because we were all seeing success. And so it was like, yes, finally, like, and we were sharing it too. It wasn't like anybody was gatekeeping what they were doing. It was like, here's what's working on YouTube and everybody try it. And here's what your description should be. Here's what your tag should be. Like, it was so transparent in the community and it was so beautiful. And then it was like, Mer.
plateau.
Shut it down.
Everyone hit the burnout at the same time. Everyone got
Yeah,
upset and frustrated at the same time about the same things, and same companies and all that. And like it was just crazy.
it
Um,
was.
but
It
I
was
think
so fun. It was so
it was a
fun.
good year. It was such a fun year, and I think it is only the beginning. It is only because you've only been doing this for 2 years,
I
right?
know. You've been doing this for 4 years. Four, five?
No, it's been like 6 years now. I think like it was 2019 when I started.
Girl, no wonder you're burnt out. No wonder you're like, I'm tired. I just want some peace. 6 years is insane. I'm a baby. I'm a baby compared to you.
I feel like you've been doing it with me for 6 years. I don't know why. I feel like the last 2 years was like everything. Everything before that was kind of just me on my own.
What
But
did you even do without me? That's all I want to know. Like,
I don't even know.
were you
I
even living?
I wasn't living without you. I feel like the
I
last
know.
2 years was like the most growth that happened. The most like my first 4 years, I guess. It was like slow, positive growth. It was good. It was like comfortable. Um,
Lame. That
yeah.
sucks.
But I wasn't working with anybody. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't having fun with it. And then like the last 2 years were just so freaking fun. And I think the last few months just kind of like put a little wrench in that, but we are
Yeah.
back at it. I want to know what you got going on for this 2025. Like what is up and coming? What are you feeling like? What do you want
Can
to
I
get?
just wait before we get into that? Can I just say, I think that out of it, I've learned so much. I've
Yeah.
learned so much about, first of all, like where I want to go, the possibilities of where we can go, but also like what not to do and what I need to make sure I am doing on the back end. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think it was a huge teaching moment, and I'm sad, but I'm going to be grateful for it. And I think that it's also contributing to all the things I'm going to do in 2025 that like I'm like, okay, I need to have my hand in this and this and this and this and this. So, yeah, it sucked, but I'm choosing to take away all of the positives that
Me,
of the things that I learned because of it. So,
yeah, me too. I feel like there was so much like just because there's honestly it's good that there was those bumps in the road because
we
we
need them, otherwise we're not going to grow, we're not going to
yeah,
learn. So, it is what it is. It's fine.
yeah,
I just want it back.
we'll
And
get
I'm gonna like claw my way back there
yeah.
to get there.
No, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of like time and figuring it out again. And like, I think the reason why that even happened was because of community.
Yeah.
I think that's why we need to get back to like a positive community because it helps
Yeah,
so.
and I think like I what it did for me is it reaffirmed how much I actually really like YouTube. And even though I have tried multiple times to create that same content and try not to get it banned, and I think I'm on like my fourth banned channel from YouTube.
Years.
Um,
I have not. I
I
haven't gone.
know,
I have one channel and I'm not going crazy with it. It has 6,000 followers,
I know.
and I'm being grateful for that instead of like trying to get more. You know what I mean? Just
I'm like doing it differently. I'm like I
I
have
I respect your
my
choices.
hustle.
Yeah, your hustle.
Yeah, well, you never know what's going to happen. But like, go big or go home. And I'm also very much like in this mindset of to to have different results, you need to do different things. And so I can't just stay doing the same thing.
Mhm.
I'm going to do different things because I want a different outcome.
Have you seen
Um,
painting your like body paint stuff? Have you seen that?
I'm not going to put paint in like weird crevices of my body that I can't get it out of. So, but like I tried the cleaning channel. By the way, my cleaning channel was banned as of this morning. It was taken down. Um,
Oh
I
my God.
literally had two cleaning videos
I
up.
had a hanging out channel where I was just hanging out in like cute clothes and like journaling or like whatever. It
Yeah,
got banned. I don't know why. Like I'm like, I was just hanging out. The first video I made, gone. I think maybe
that's
it's used my phone number because it was connected to my other one. It was,
no. Yeah, but I currently have four YouTube channels. They're all connected to my phone number, and then I've had four banned. Like, so I've had eight total. Four are still up. Four have been banned, and I was able. One of them, I put the first video up, and it instantly was taken down and banned. And I was like, oh no, it's my phone number. And then I opened more channels, and I was fine. Like I think it's content only. Um,
I
It was
swear to God, I didn't do anything in that content. I literally,
honestly try opening another YouTube because I feel like they're very sensitive to the next channel that you open up. And then after that, they're just like, whatever, just
yeah.
it's fine.
I got a whole new phone number. I have two phones now.
Same.
Yeah. I had to. I was like,
I've got a Google number. I've got like a text me number. Like,
but see, okay, this is the type of thing, like when we talk, and
yeah,
now like we're talking obviously with everyone who's watching as well. Like you're gonna take things that oh maybe it's with my phone number, maybe I need to get a
yeah,
Google number, maybe I need to get this. Like I feel like that's what helped build us up in the beginning. Like that first year that we met, like that's all we were doing was connecting, connecting, connecting. We were learning, connect, 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 and then we found like
yeah.
these new things because of the connections. Talking about new things, tell me what you're gonna do this year.
We don't have enough time. I don't even know like where to start. I feel so.
You said
I
doing the
don't know
same
where.
thing is going to get you the same results. So what is your plan this year? What are you doing different?
The YouTube thing, I honestly like we keep going back to YouTube, but I think that that's where it's at. And I think that finding so obviously I think as a community we kind of burnt down the transparent try-ons. I think we're currently burning down the cleaning videos. And
Okay.
I think the key to success is finding a niche that is safe enough, but like think of it almost like Instagram. You're putting out something that's safe enough to get posted and not taken down, but still implies like, ooh, I do sexy things. You probably want to find the link, kind of a deal.
Hmm.
So I am essentially trying to like expand that into multiple channels just in case one of them gets taken down. But it's like creator channel. I'm doing a pantyhose specific review channel. We're going to continue on with the My Bestie Reacts channel. And then I'm going to do another try on channel, but it's not going to be as risque. It's just going to be clothes.
Yeah.
So I want to find that line because I honestly think that with the number of people on YouTube, like that has such a big audience. Once you can figure out a niche that they accept and then you can get monetized on, that's where it's going to be. So
Yeah.
that's one thing.
It's funny you're saying you think YouTube because I feel like that was like
You're
it,
terrified of YouTube now.
no, I am, but I also I love YouTube. YouTube is like literally my baby. I'm so sad I don't have my channel. Like I have to build up again, which is fine. Like I said,
Have you reached out to anybody to see if you can get your channel back? Like,
yeah,
okay.
many people
Okay,
on
sorry.
YouTube.
Continue.
Uh, and I have a friend that works there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Never
it
mind.
was just, I can't even. But I cried it out. It's gone. It's done. And honestly, like I said, I'm kind of happy. I feel like you said, doing the same thing is gonna get you the same results. And I feel like I need a fresh restart. I feel like I need to do something different. And that was like an accomplishment. I made it to 100,000. Yeah, I made it to 100,000. I made it to 500,000. Like I did that. And that will never be taken away from me because I literally did it. But
Yeah.
now I just need to start over.
What are
But
you going to do on YouTube for 2025?
yeah, but okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna do like a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
I have a couple different channels. Like I said, I have that try on channel where I was just doing like sexy try ons type of things. But I
Yeah.
might change that channel. Like you said, same results. No, we might do something different. Haven't
Yeah.
figured out what it is, but I have the channel. It's fine. It's safe. I'm gonna be very safe with it.
Yeah.
Next one is I started a brand new YouTube channel for like other creators or other
Yeah.
honestly anyone, and it's just about positivity, being the best version of yourself because I think that like keeps me on track, and so hopefully
Yes.
I'll keep other people on track like with your mental health and everything. And I'm really like into that, so and spiritually as well.
Yeah.
So I have that channel, and then this one with the podcast, all about creators and hopefully like connecting with other people in the industry and all that. So that's the three, and then what I was gonna say about YouTube. What was I gonna say about it? Oh, I think it was like an anomaly that we got that opportunity this earlier this or like last year
Yeah.
to like go viral like that. Um, but YouTube is so hard. Like it's either so easy you pop off or it's slow growth, slow growth. So I mean, I'm curious to see how it works for
I
us.
think there's a definite trick. I think that there's a definite like way to do it. And I think I'm on the cusp of figuring it out. I
Yeah.
just need to test it a couple more times. And it's
Yeah.
probably going to get, a couple more channels banned because of it, but I will figure it out. Like, that's my goal for 2025. I will figure it out.
Okay, I like that goal. And then, okay, here is something that I'm doing different this year.
Yeah.
And what I found through the community from Your Little Goddess, who is a creator on like all the platforms as well. She's so great.
Wait, can we give a shout out to her? Because she doesn't even know that we're going to try to be her best friend yet. Like, we've already decided that she needs to be part of our little
Yes.
community group. This will be our first little, by the way, we've been talking about you and we want you to be our friend moment. Let's see how she takes it. Let's see if she accepts our invitation.
Okay, yeah. So, we love her, and
we love her.
We love her content. We love everything that she does, and we just like it's
her
amazing.
Lighting, her shots, like what? Incredible. So I need to learn so much from her.
Yeah, so I've been learning from her, and what I'm doing right now is Sex Panther. So that's what
you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
I literally, again, I don't have a brain today, but this morning I was like, I swear I'm supposed to do something. I swear Alanah told me that I was supposed to do something today, and then
we're doing 2 things today. 2 things.
So
if you got this far into the podcast, you'll know the 2 things that we're going to be trying out. And obviously we'll talk more about it if it actually turns into anything big. But Sex Panther, and then like clip sites. So ManyVids or I Want Clips or things like that, where you can just put your clips up and people can buy them, and it's not like a subscription site. What I'm going to do personally is put mine up for more than what I would on OnlyFans, because if you have the subscription, then you get a discount.
Yeah.
But if you want to just buy it off the clip site, then go ahead. And that's extra income that you don't have to think about. Even if it's, a little bit here and there, at least it's something, and that can always build. So I'm going to be doing that this year.
Yeah. And I'm going to be doing that with you. I think, it's just additional income. But this brings me to another topic, which we're going to need admin help. We need to hire people. I was literally last night looking for freelancers. I'm like, what kind of freelancer do I need to be searching for? And I'm like, a chatter, no graphic design, not really. I need someone who's going to be able to, I'm going to be like, here's these videos, clip them up, edit them, pop them on these sites, do all of the stuff that I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. How are we supposed to find that? Who falls into that category?
I really like how I found Katiana. I just put it on my website, and it was somebody that watches our videos.
Yeah.
And so I like it that way, because it's someone that you relate to, someone that's in it, likes this type of stuff. I think we should find them that way. Or we can look on Fiverr. Okay, another thing too that you mentioned was about Chatter. Have you ever tried Chatter? Because that's something I've been wanting to talk about.
No.
Really bad. You have not?
No, Chatter, the website?
No, Chatter on your OnlyFans. Have you ever hired any Chatter?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I hate talking about this because I never want my fans to think, oh, it's not her I'm talking to. I hate it makes me so uncomfortable.
I feel like we're talking to girls right now. I feel like we're talking.
We are, but there's a moment that here's what I'll preface it with. Mm-hmm. There's a moment where you become so big that you can't keep up with your DMs. It's literally impossible. So I have hired a chatter for the fans that I don't really connect with. Mm-hmm. So essentially what I do is I say, okay, you can have all of my DMs except for these 10 people or these 20 people, and I will answer them personally. So it's people who spend a lot of money on me, they do not get my chatter. It's do not talk to XYZ people, and that list adjusts and changes as needed. But I think that if you're spending good money on me, you should not have to talk to a chatter. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But yes, I use a chatter for everybody else where they're not spending any money, or they just want to buy a clip, or they're like, do you have any of this content? Where can I find it? So yes, chatter, let's go.
That's a good way to handle it. Okay, so I've tested a couple of different types of chatter.
Yeah, and?
The only type that works is if you know them, maybe not personally, but you know that they are someone here, in America, or like you know them. The only
Yeah.
okay, so the only two times that I've had good luck with it is they were both friends. So
Yes.
if you have a friend that needs like extra income, that worked for me. The and then there was a so like I said, I tried it 3 times.
Yeah.
Two friends, great, because they understand me, they get me. They're like, it's the same thing where it's like, please don't talk to these people. I'll put them in a
Yeah.
folder. It's very clear. Then I hired an agency for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you get to a certain point and you're like so overwhelmed, they completely destroyed my account.
Yeah.
They completely destroyed it. They sent, oh my God. I have to tell you, did I send
You
you?
didn't tell me any of this, by the way. Like, what happened?
They sent a message that was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It was so funny. Because, I mean, it's not funny. It pissed me off. But
I'm
it's funny.
surprised I didn't get this message and like text you and be like, what the hell is this? Like, because I'm on your OnlyFans. Like, I'm surprised I didn't see it and was like, what the fuck is this?
Who did I send it to? I sent it to somebody. I think it was a screenshot. I definitely took a screenshot. I gotta look for it.
Do you, so these chatters that you have,
No, I
are
don't.
they, yeah, but were they men or a mix of men and women?
I have no idea. It was an agency, so I have no idea. But what
Hmm.
they were saying destroyed my relationship with a lot of people, and I had to go and reach out again. That and like be like, hey, like, and they were like, oh yeah, I felt like when you got big, it was a hard, like it wasn't really you anymore. And I was like, yeah, like I just had to be like straight up. But I was like, it's me again. Like,
Yeah.
sorry.
So sorry.
So, anyways, this is what the type of thing that they would send. I
Go
am
for it.
so confused. Like it's funny to me now. In the moment, I was so mad, and they would send
Okay,
this
go.
stuff all the time. Yeah, I just hit the toilet. Excuse me, what? That's what I said. And then someone said, okay, TMI. Like, what are you saying to me? And then they said, are you Alanah? And then they said, of course. Why would you ask that? And then they said, your messages don't sound like you. Why would I send to someone? Yeah, I just hit the toilet. Why would I say that? I
You
didn't know
know what?
nowhere. They just said that.
There were a couple messages. I didn't see that message. There were a couple messages that were kind of off like that. And in my mind, I was like, huh, I wonder if she's doing this as like a test to see how many like responses she can get from it. Because it wasn't your normal like
Hmm.
conversational stuff. It was like mass messaging, but it was just like something you'd be like, what are you talking about? And so I was like, oh, she's in a testing phase. She's like trial running some ideas.
Sometimes I will trial stuff, but like that was just totally not. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was
Weird.
it was not it just yeah, it was out of the box for you.
Like sometimes I'll send like a random thing, like I don't even know, like just something super
Yeah,
random.
yeah.
Why would you say that? But it's not like I just hit the toilet. Like why? That is not sexy.
I mean, maybe some people thought it was. I
I
don't
think there was
know.
another thing. I don't know if I took a screenshot or if I like took a. I don't know. There was like a lot of messages like that. So, anyways, creator to creators, be careful. I would only hire now if I was going to. I would only hire friends for
Yeah,
like you said, like the messages that I can't take that are just like very simple. Like, can I get the video that you post on your wall? Okay,
yeah.
done. And it's not a conversation. Those are the things, and I would.
The problem I had with the chatter that I used was they didn't sound like me. And it was like, here's the way you like I need you to use punctuation. I
Mhm.
need you to like it needs to sound like it's coming from me. Here's how I talk. And like I'm 44, which I didn't even realize I was 44 until like 2 weeks ago. I thought I was 43. I'm 44, I'm realizing. And like everybody my age, we use punctuation. Like we like capitalized letters. We use periods at the, like even in texting. Like if I'm texting you, it's like usually there's like punctuation.
Yeah.
And this chatter was like it was so casual. It was like no punctuation, nothing. And I'm like, I'm not 20. Like that's not how like the men that are messaging me talk or expect me to talk if I'm an advertising executive. Like
Yeah.
It needs to be professional, and they just couldn't understand that simple fact. And I was like, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. Like,
Talking
how hard is it?
it now, like how do you handle your messages now? Because I finally feel like I'm in like a flow state with it again.
Yeah.
Whereas when things were going crazy, I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'd be able to handle this. I'm finally in like a flow state with it. And I just don't like, I feel like people sometimes expect you to be on all the time. I just like
Yes.
make it very clear now, like I don't have that time. I'm a human being.
I answer messages like once every 3 days, and I feel horrible about it. Don't stop it. First of all, you did the same thing like a year ago, and I gave you that exact same expression. I was like, how dare you? And you're like, yeah, they don't really care. And I couldn't even fathom it. And now I just like, I can't, I'm always making content. I'm always working on a million other things, like my taxes, like my lawyers, making content, setting up accounts. Like I'm stretched so thin that like when it comes to then going and like talking in DMs, I can't. And so it's like I do it when I can. And that's why I keep thinking, shoot, should I go back to having a chatter that just answers the people that have these simple questions? I don't know. Or do I need to hire someone to do my admin stuff for me again? I don't know. Something. I need to hire something.
I feel like my goal this year too for 2025 is to get into the rhythm, like we were talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the rhythm, get into the flow, like just have like a good routine where everything just feels like it's like smooth. And I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta do this, oh my God, I gotta do this, like
That's how I feel right now.
Chaotic. And I just want to like live easy.
How is that going to make us money? We can't live easy until we hit that big thing.
I'm not saying easy in that way. I'm saying easy like I know exactly what I have to do. I just do that and then I can move on to the next thing. It's not like chaos and chaotic and like psycho and like I'm forgetting things and then I gotta do that and then I gotta do this.
That's me.
I know.
That's me right now.
I can't do that anymore.
Okay, but I am so tired of this stuck spot. I can't handle the stuck spot anymore. Like my old Instagram was taken down. I can't get my backup to take off. Every time I get content taken down, it takes them a week to put to recommend my Instagram again. A week. Like I can't do this anymore. I can't wait anymore.
I'm
in chaos mode.
I don't even mess with Instagram. You know what?
I don't understand.
What happened to your Chatterbait? How come you stopped doing that?
Because it was so hard to understand the stupid platform and like how to put in the coding to like send out like the stupidest things. It was like, here's my menu, how to set up a menu, and then you have to code it in the platform to then go live. And then the times I would go live, it's insanity the amount of work you have to do on this website. And then you go on and you get these coins, like I don't even know what they're called, Chatterbait coins or whatever, and you think, oh, I've made money.
It's like in coins.
You don't know how much you made, but you think this is probably good. And you go back and they're like, you made $1.18 or something like that. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Okay.
So I'm sure like every day I get emails like, you've got a new follower on Chatterbait. You got a new follower on Chatterbait. And it's like, I know there's people there. I just feel dumb over there.
I am going to be going live a lot more on OnlyFans this year. Yeah, I've been doing it already. And then
has it been working?
Oh yeah, like I have been like getting tips and everything. So I feel like I'm more comfortable in front of the camera now that I've been doing stuff like live on Sex Panther. I think
which we have to talk about. We have to talk about.
Oh, okay. What do you want to know?
First of all, you've been doing it. Well, we were talking about it a minute ago. You were telling me yesterday. We had a mini conversation yesterday. You told me you've been doing Sex Panther. Now I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna do it too. What do I need to know? Like, what should I be ready for? What should I not do?
Your little goddess is like queen of it, so I've been learning from her. But
It just seems like a lot of work on top of everything else.
I feel like it's so easy. I feel like you get on, you post a picture, show people that you're there, they call you, you say, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And then they tell you what they want to do or what they want to talk about or what they, want to see. And then you do that and then you make your money and then it closes and then you message more people and then they call you and then that's it. And I feel like it's better than trying to post on Instagram and trying to find new fans and then like trying to get them over there and then they get over there and then you try to sell them and then you're begging for their money all the time. It's like this thing, it's like you know what you're here for and you have to immediately pay. It's not like I have to ask you to pay. You are going to pay.
Are you worried about like talking to strangers? Like, do you ever feel nervous about it?
Well, I think that's what got me more comfortable talking to in a live setting. Because normally that would freak me out. I like to edit videos. I like to be able to say, "Oh, I didn't want to say that. Like, let me change it."
We're both perfectionists. That's why I'm like, how are you able to do this?
I think with that, it's almost easier because it's not somebody that you normally talk to. It's just like somebody random, and you get on. Maybe you will talk to them in the messages after, but so I don't really feel anything. So I'm like, oh, if they don't like me, then on to the next.
So what are you doing? Like, what are usual requests?
For me, okay, so like I said, they're very like kink friendly over there. Whereas on OnlyFans, for me at least, I feel like everyone's pretty vanilla and not in a bad way.
So vanilla.
I'm vanilla
So
too.
I'm so bored. Like, I want to do crazier things.
Okay, well then there you go. You need to go on there. They're very kink friendly. There's like a lot of different like I don't know. Everyone has like a different thing that they want to see or do. And half the time, I'm not even playing with myself or anything. Whereas on OnlyFans, that's all people want to see.
Yeah.
And on Sex Panther, what I've been doing is like
telling men you're proud of them. I'm so proud of you.
I haven't done that yet.
I want to do that so bad. I want fandom.
I watch people. I've told them what to do. I've talked about cars with some people, like the cars that they have, and that's it. Like I'm like fully clothed, like just talking about cars. What else? I've done feet stuff. So it's a lot of everything, and it's not just pounding the.
But you do that, right?
Oh, yeah, I do that too. That's like half, I would say.
Where are you when you take these like the calls? Like, do you go in like the bedroom and like that's where you're hanging out for it?
It depends. Like, if I'm alone, then I'll just do it here in the couch. And I'll just set my camera up like this. And then if I'm not alone and there's somebody at the house, then I'll go in the bedroom.
Okay. I'm gonna try it. How much have you made so far?
2,000 in like a week and a half.
So great. So what do you make the majority, where do you make the most money off of? The calls?
Yeah, definitely the calls. But I also send out, like, say somebody doesn't want to call, like you can do messages and you'll make like a little bit of money here and there. And you can also send out content so then you can make a little bit of money there. And then like custom stuff you can do. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm at work, so I can't really do a call. So can you make me something? And then you can send them the content.
What's your pricing on it though?
I just look at everyone else's. I just go to like some girls' profiles and I'll see like where they're at and then maybe do like a little bit less. Because you can change how much for calls, like $11 a minute, $8 a minute.
Oh, it's per minute.
Yeah. And then same with the messages, like $1, $2 per message that they send you. And then same with photos and videos. Sometimes they'll send you and you can charge them for that. And it's not like something like, oh, I charge for this. No, it's just already on there. It's already like automatic.
I'm just going to go stalk your account and then do what you're doing.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing that thing where I sell like a thing again, but I swear to God, I just might have like.
What?
I just like, don't want to get involved in freaking companies ever again. But I do genuinely like this right now. And
you're saying like I'm not promoting this.
I'm not promoting it. I do not know what the hell we're doing on the back end. I don't know. Don't even take any advice from, or like, don't take any. I'm not affiliated. Is what I'm saying.
You're not affiliated with anyone at any time for any reason. You're not affiliated with me. Like, who knows?
Honestly, I should have made that clear before too. That I was just there for a good time. Not.
I know. You were literally just doing your job And then you were the face because of it. And then everybody came and like yelled at you because of all of their mistakes, which was shitty. But
Also, I remember I was thinking this morning. This is totally random. We don't even need to talk about it. But they were like, "Oh, why didn't you say anything in the spring?" And I'm like, I also was like dealing with my own shit in the spring. Like I was buying a house in the spring.
yeah.
Like, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. But like my focus was not on whatever they were doing. Like my focus was on signing papers and like doing this shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. Um,
They
any
still won't close my account, by the way.
they won't close it.
No. No matter what I do, support is just like, oh yeah, yeah, we'll do it. Okay, thanks, we'll do it. It's still open.
That's so crazy. That is
Okay. Um,
that's weird.
yeah.
That's horrible actually, because what if you're like wanting to go get a regular job or something and you're like, I need this account closed.
Too bad. Too bad.
Psycho.
I know.
Anyway, back to you. So, how are you feeling about
Life.
let's do a power run questions. What misconceptions do people have about your job? Remember, this is a fire round.
That I'm
Misconceptions.
always horny.
Good one.
That I always want to talk to them. I don't. This
Biggest
isn't very fire on your part, all right? Fire.
part on my part, but you gotta answer fast. Okay. Tips for new creators. Top 3 tips. Power round.
Go on YouTube, price your stuff high, try out Reddit.
Try out Reddit. So you're still
Yeah.
on Reddit.
No, I'm banned. I can't even. My account was banned.
Wait,
Did we
why?
ever talk about that?
I know, I remember. Why can't you make a new one?
Because when you set up an account as a creator, they make you take a photo of your ID. And so I can't do it. I am so angry about it. The only reason I was banned was because my name was Killing Kittens for Money. Okay? It's a whole play on words thing. Means not what it's supposed that thing. And
Yeah.
someone reported me as abusing animals, and so they shut down my account. Where on my account am I abusing animals? Where? Like,
That's odd.
or like give me a warning and say I have to change my username. But why would you ban me from Reddit for life for that? Just tell me. Give me the answer. Like, and not let me appeal it.
Do you think platforms like OnlyFans have changed the adult industry for the better?
Yes.
Why?
And
Why?
because they're making it accessible to amateur creators. And I think that, first of all, porn in itself is unrealistic and is toxic. And for the most part, everybody wants to see amateur passion type love type real things. Like the whole reason TikTok is big is because it's real in your face. There's no filters, there's no nothing. I mean, for the most part. But everybody's looking for like authenticity, and OnlyFans gives a glimpse into real life people, you know, your next door neighbor who could be sexy and doing this instead of just like glamorized, unrealistic expectations.
What trends do you foresee in the future in this space for this year?
Trends?
Like you would have never guessed like the try-on thing was going to be like the it thing of
Yeah.
2024. Now what's next?
I think it's going to be a lot of creators moving towards, instead of adult creators, they're going to be moving towards like actual influencers or brands with just OnlyFans on the side. I think that's the only trend that's going to happen because we've all kind of realized that if you go too in your face, you get shut down from accounts, and it's really hard to set up new ones. And so I think it's going to be like a slow transition. And you've been saying this forever, that everybody needs to move over to just being an influencer, being a content creator, not an adult creator. And I think that that is what everybody's going to start to slowly realize.
What's something surprising about the industry that people wouldn't guess?
But surprising?
Yeah.
I only say this on behalf of me, but like people are not mean. I don't
I was gonna say that.
really.
Yeah, I think people are so like. I was just like like creators, like the people watching, like
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, you can go dive into it.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, when I started all of this, I was like, okay, I gotta have thick skin. I gotta not look at comments because I'm a super sensitive person.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I went into this like, okay, I'm just gonna remember, like, it doesn't matter what people say, you. And then I realized like I never got like negative, like the negative comments were like 0.01% of the time. It was just someone being like, ew, no thanks, or like she's old, and it's like, yeah, I'm 44. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
And it was just like the fans and the creators, everybody is just so loving and
Mm-hmm.
supportive, and I did not expect that at all. Like I was ready for like all the hate comments because that's what I've seen on some posts from other people, like not necessarily OnlyFans creators, but just in general, like on social media. People love to troll and hate, and I haven't gotten any of that.
I
I need to
think
knock on something.
I thought that too, and um, and then I thought after like I felt like our community kind of like unraveled. I felt like, oh no, like what happened? But then I realized it's like the like corporations or like companies are still evil, but people are
Yeah,
like in the industry aren't. Um, but yeah, no, I think everyone's so nice and kind and yeah. I mean, obviously
yeah,
one bad rotten apple or whatever, but for the most part, like it's so much better than say any other social media like I think a lot of other categories on social media, categories, is that the right word?
yeah,
Get so much more hate.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird.
I agree. I agree. And I think that, well, the bad apples out there, maybe there's like creators who are just a little bit bitter. I think that, those are people who are going through other things in their lives, or, they're just dealing with things personally, and it's not necessarily about us. And they're so few and far between.
Yeah.
Um, but everybody is so amazing. That's what I miss. Like, I want to find a way to get like the community back together and like rallying around each other and helping each other again. That's something I want to do in 2025 that I haven't figured out how to do. I know you want to do it too. We'll figure it out. I don't think it's webinars necessarily. Um, but maybe it's something else.
We'll do something. We'll figure
We'll do
out.
something. Yeah.
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 I think I don't know. I think it's going to be a good year. I feel like the energy is definitely shifted. Honestly, too, I think the holiday season is always such like a bummer season.
I know.
I don't
It
know.
is. I
Maybe it's
was
just
super bummed over Christmas. Like I like cried all of Christmas, and then New Year's hit and I was like, New Year, new me. Like let's do this.
mine was more like like leading up to the holiday season. I was like all rattled, and then like slowly, like beginning of December, end of November, I was like feeling a lot better. Things were getting
Good.
going up. Yeah. Okay. So last few questions. If you weren't in the industry, what would you be doing now?
Advertising, marketing.
Mm, yeah.
That's I would either have my own agency or be working for a top agency again.
What do you like to do when you're not creating?
Craft.
I'm a crafter too. We're gonna
I
craft
know
some.
you are. I know you are. Also, are we crocheting?
Uh, uh, we could.
Okay,
I
I'm crocheting because I'm like 80 years old. You should start crocheting too.
got a
I'm
sewing machine.
also, whoa. Okay, well, I don't have space for a sewing machine, but I want to learn.
Neither do I. It's like literally shoved in the bottom of a closet because I'm like, I don't know where to put this.
What about book nooks? You
Book
know
nook.
the TikTok book nooks where like you create this little like
Oh, like a little nook.
a nook of like beauty and then you put it between all of your books. You don't know about this yet?
No.
Oh my God, I'll literally send you photos of it's so nerdy.
Wait,
You'll
but
love it.
we are going to just craft. We're
All I
gonna.
do is craft when I'm not working. That's all I do.
I do too, or color.
You color, I puzzle. I used to color. And then I just was like, meh. color, puzzle, the book nook, crochet. I don't want to look around anymore. It's a lot.
I'm about to make a quilt. I'm gonna make a quilt this year.
Do it.
That is my goal. I used to read.
Me too. I just got a book for Christmas.
I feel like I can read if I'm on vacation or like on a plane or like somewhere where I genuinely cannot work. But if I am just sitting there reading, I'm like, I could be reading messages right now and responding.
Also, so YouTube, I keep going back to YouTube. I know you hate it, but like.
No, I love YouTube. That's the misconception. I love
No,
it.
I know. When I say I hate it, I can tell your internalization of the fear that you have about it.
About it.
Okay, there's also a little bit of fear.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about doing like story time with Aaron and reading a spicy book, just like sitting in a chair, fireplace, think like that vibe, and like reading a chapter out of a spicy book, and that's a whole video.
I love. And
it's like ASMR, but not.
You read it like in a low voice.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, YouTube doesn't like ASMR, so it can't technically be ASMR. It's just going to be like ASMR channels were getting shut down like crazy a couple months ago too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't just us
whacking it to their content. Big audience, okay? Anyway.
Yeah.
They'll watch the ads too.
Why can't we just be monetized? But you know what? By the way, we are going to start up My Bestie Reacts videos again. Maybe we should do stuff like that, like where we come up with like 10 questions or like 5 questions that we know are going to make the other person uncomfortable and ask them.
I love.
Like My Bestie Reacts to like the most 5 uncomfortable questions I can think of, you know?
I like it.
That would be fun.
We can react to a lot of things too, because we haven't done photos. And I have like.
Don't you feel like photos are kind of meh?
I have like the juiciest photos.
I'll react to your photos. I don't think I have any juice.
I sent you a juicy photo yesterday.
Yeah, that was a good photo.
See, like things like that.
But that was to show off a product. Also, send me a photo with the 2 toys that you showed me too.
Oh, you want a picture of that? Right now?
Is the picture kind of? Don't send it now. Send it to me later.
Okay.
But yeah, like
I feel like one last thing about this year that I'm excited about is like collaborating with you again and like collaborating in general. I feel like so many people I keep saying this and we do it a little bit, but like you can collaborate virtually so easy, and I don't see enough people doing that. Like that is such a good way to cross promote each other. And like I have so many people that are like, I saw you from your reacts videos, or I saw like I was friend or like I'm following Aaron and like whatever. Literally, that's how like so many people have come over.
I know. It's our friendship. It's our love for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's friends.
The big one is just like literally collaborate. You can collaborate online.
We've talked about doing like virtual collaborations before, and I think 2025 we should do it.
We should do like a literal video that we sell on OnlyFans. Like
we talked about this.
Talk about it.
I am gonna come out to California. No pressure.
It'd be funny. Like you know how like I don't know how I'm gonna set this up for the podcast, but like we're side by side right now. I could be like eating your.
I've never had a girl do that to me before.
And then you could have like your legs like open like that, but it's virtual.
Oh, no.
It could be really fun.
But then, am I supposed to just fake what's happening? Like,
well, I feel like that's like I think it would be a fun video. Like it'd be funny, but it would be like the comedy,
the humor of it.
Yeah, it's.
I love it. I love it.
I like it, and I think people would like be able to still see the fantasy in it too.
Okay, hear me out. We do a podcast episode where like we do that. Like I'm like leaned back, and then you're asking the questions from down there, like we're talking while it's down. You're like, okay, so the next question is. It could be funny.
you could like drop, like you can get that same cream that I have, drop the cream, and then
Oh God, you're done.
that would be so good.
That,
From
oh
your,
my God. We do videos
yes.
where we're together, but it's like, it's almost like those, you know, those people where it's like there something extreme will happen, like someone will fall out of something, and then it'll flip to like a car dealership, and someone like falls and rolls into like, hey, come to blah 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 car dealership. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then it's like it bumps, and then it's like,
Yeah. So we do something where it's like we bump, and then like something else happens, or like I'll throw the cum at you, and then it'll hit you. You know, like
we have to do
we
that.
should. We should. That'd be so funny.
See, I love this stuff. This is stuff that gets me going.
I know. I know.
You
We've
know?
been like we haven't been on our friend game for a little bit. We were both sad. We needed to be sad, but we're back.
It was sad girl, sad girl, no, sad girl
Fall?
summer, sad girl fall, and
Hmm.
now it's happy girl winter. So wonderful winter. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Thank you for coming on. If you want to see Erin, literally all her links are going to be down below. She's like my best friend. She's the most greatest and best. I've seen a lot of her videos. You can see our Bestie Reacts videos, and she's got some juicy content.
I've seen every inch of you. Inch.
Oh, you've seen it.
I've seen it. You know what we haven't done? Is
What?
those dildos with the camera on the end. I haven't seen inside you yet, though.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the last thing you gotta do. I have one.
I need to get one. You sent me the link, so I need to get it. Thank you so much for being my first guest on my new
I
podcast.
love you so much. I will always be here supporting you. You're the best, and you deserve everything. I love you.
Love you. Love you so much. I'm glad we're like on good wavelength energy and we're ready to freaking take on the year. And I hope everyone watching is ready to take on the year as well. So, see you.
If they're not, let's beat some ass.
You're gonna kick their ass for
I'm
not
gonna
getting.
kick their ass. I'm tired of this shit. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready for some good vibes. So definitely follow us. We're gonna be, like I said, trying to get the community together. So we don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna try and get the community together again and build each other up. And we will see you in the next video.